Car Stunts is one of a number of mobile racing games that have made the jump over to consoles in the past couple of years. The decision to move from the small screen to the big one is often something of a gamble for developers, given that the quick, bitty gameplay you'd expect and hope for in a mobile game often feels shallow on consoles. I'd love to say that Car Stunts is the exception to this rule, but that would be like saying David Cameron has never played Mr. Driller with a pig's head, a complete lie. Instead, it's a perfect specimen of a mobile game that's been remade for consoles but can't quite shake its shallow roots. Based on its title, you probably don't need me to tell you this, but Car Stunts puts you in control of a car fitted with a jet and tasks you with completing an array of, yes, stunts. It does this with 3 different stage types: platforming, time trial and collection. The platforming stages are the most stunty of the bunch. As you'd expect, the aim is to make your way from one end of a platform-laden track to the other by performing a series of death-defying jumps. The first you'll be taking on relatively straightforward levels, most of which can be powered through with very little effort. But by the time you get to the appropriately named very hard stages, you'll find yourself dealing with something more like a third-person version of a Trials game, with polygon perfect accuracy and precise approach angles necessary to clear some of the jumps. Needless to say, this soon becomes a wee bit annoying, especially given the car's got really twitchy controls which make lining up perfect jumps a lot more difficult. It tries to ease the pain a bit by adding checkpoints throughout each track, but you can only respawn 10 times before it decides you've had enough goes and forces you to start all over again from the beginning. Time trials are more straightforward affairs. These are also self-explanatory, giving you a selection of courses and asking you to complete a set number of laps within a certain time limit. You then get a gold, silver or bronze medal depending on how quickly you finished. Simple. This mode could have become a wee bit too easy once you got used to the handling, which is why Car Stunts also has an interesting boost system in place. You see, your car's jet gives you a massive speed boost, but it's strictly limited. The twist is that every time you go through a checkpoint, the boost is refilled, meaning each section of your race requires some tactical decision making as you figure out which are the best times to apply the boost. I know that really doesn't sound that exciting, but you genuinely get a wee sense of satisfaction when you perfectly time a boost so that it runs out just as you pass the checkpoint to refill it. These time trial stages are more entertaining than the platforming ones because there's a bit more room for error. If you race like a bloody demon for say 5 laps, you can get away with taking a wee spill in the 6 without completely fucking your chance of a gold medal. Given that some of the longer time trials can last 5 or 6 minutes and the chance of keeping a flawless run going that long with its pishy handling are pretty slim, this is welcome. Less welcome are the collection stages, which are just a complete fucking mess. These drop a bunch of collectibles on the track and give you free rein to gather them, adding extra oomph to your jet so you can stay in the air for a longer time. This could have been exciting, but it's just a shambolic mode, especially considering some of the collectibles are really high up on tiny platforms. The result is an infuriating trial and error process, which inevitably ends with you deliberately slamming into the edge of the track and trying to use the ropey collision detection to fling yourself into the air. Ignore this shitey mode though, and Car Stunts is generally quite fun, especially when you do some of the bigger jumps in the game. Essentially it's massively broken, but given its over the top level design, this can actually sometimes work in its favour. You can pull off some ridiculous shortcuts by exploiting its shortfalls, and sometimes when it looks like you fucked up a jump, the arsed up physics can turn your crash into a miraculous landing. Purists will take one look at Car Stunts and see an ugly as fuck, no budget racing game that looks like someone shat a load of building blocks onto Google Maps. But considering it's fairly cheap and it kept me entertained for a wee while, I think you should maybe give it a go. It's shite, but it's harmless shite.